Hey guys, welcome back to The Binger. Do you feel the chill in the air? No, it's not the changing of the seasons, but the fast approach of everyone's favorite ice queen, Elsa. Frozen 2 is around the corner, and we couldn't be happier. However, don't expect to see Elsa's iconic blue dress flapping around her heels. A lot has changed, including the outfits, but what does it all mean? Considering Disney doesn't typically go to this much trouble with costumes for characters, there's got to be a serious undertone to these garment changes. What is it? Stay tuned to find out. Wow, these two gals have more outfit changes than Cher. Elsa is following a voice in the theatrical teaser, which leads her down to a lake. While she's there, magic that isn't hers lights up the night around her. It's no secret that this sequel is darker than the first, and animators have done a good job reflecting that in the scenes. Elsa wears a deep purple robe-type dress that looks nothing short of dramatic. It's visually right on key, given the dark night and mysterious lights that surround her. But there's more to it than that. What could this costume change mean on a deeper level? Typically, purple is the color of royalty, and that's what she is. She's not just a princess anymore, but the leader of the country, the one in charge. She's a straight-up queen, and we're not using that as slang. Could this be a new, more focused wardrobe design to transition Elsa into adulthood? It's certainly miles away from the sharp blue getup that she created for herself way back when, although not quite so iconic. Now that she's a little bit older and wiser, perhaps Disney thought it was time for a change. There's also been a lot of speculation that our favorite platinum blonde could be going to the dark side again. Dark tendencies equal a dark wardrobe. You wouldn't see Maleficent wearing a floral number now, would ya? Just some food for thought. At its heart, Frozen has always been a tale about family. Poor Anna and Elsa were left devastated when their parents perished, and since Anna didn't know about Elsa's powers, the two drifted. The older sibling didn't want to endanger her sister again, so locked herself away. Sure, Frozen had a lot of ice magic that took center stage, but it was essentially about Anna and Elsa finding each other again and rebuilding their relationship. We can expect to see more of that relationship in the sequel. The trailers show the two as they cuddle up to each other, with Anna giving her big sis a comforting hug. In it, she wears a pale green dress. We've seen Anna in green before, but not anything like this. It's a simple long cut that is more casual than her usual clothes. The little snippet appears to show a bit of role reversal. Anna is putting an arm around her older sister, taking a motherly approach. We know that Anna and Kristoff are head over heels in love. So could this new garb and intriguing posture be a sign that Anna could end up with kids of her own? That is, if she doesn't have them already. It's been a good few years since we visited Arendelle, so anything is possible. Wouldn't it be sweet to see some teeny tiny little people running around that aren't trolls? When it comes to Disney princess looks, Elsa is the undisputed queen. Kids across the world have been dressing up in her trademark blue outfit for years now. After all, she's got powers that relate to ice, so her usual costume signifies that. However, in the trailer, it's clear that she's moved on from her earlier days. One of the first outfits we see her in is a pale pink off-the-shoulder number. As she gazes longingly over the balcony, the dress helps to give the impression that she's much softer. Perhaps this is to signify that she now has control over her powers, and isn't as harsh as she once was. Given how ice-crazy and frantic she was in the first movie, maybe Disney wanted her outfit to represent who she is now. There's no denying that Elsa spent a large chunk of the debut flick coming across as abrasive, fractured, and, well, just really unhappy. Pastel pink stereotypically hints at romance, so could Elsa be getting that much lobbied-for relationship? Considering that she's a powerful female leader, it wouldn't be surprising if she was being pressured into finding a significant other. However, it's unlikely that this would be a direction that Disney would go in, as it wouldn't be very PC. When Elsa gets some advice from the trolls, it kickstarts the journey into the great unknown. Anna, like any good annoying little sister, insists that she goes along for the ride. Before you know it, the pair are on their way to try and find the voices that are calling to Elsa. What does this situation need? Another costume change, of course. This time, Elsa is back in the color we all associate with her, but it's a slightly subtler shade of blue. This pastel dress is splattered with lace and is notably different from her iconic costume. However, it still has some of the same elements that we know and love, like slightly pointed sleeves and a long flowing cape. It also matches the big, mysterious cloud of mist that the sisters are about to launch themselves into. Granted, this is probably just a happy coincidence, but it looks nice on screen. What does this mean for the movie? It's hard to say, but Elsa certainly looks more business formal and practical compared to how we've previously seen her. It's a sleeker, more clean-cut version of her staple look, which may directly reflect her state of mind. This is a young woman who isn't controlled by her powers anymore. She controls them. Let's take the focus from Elsa for a minute and switch back to our favorite redhead. Anna has certainly been through the ringer, losing her parents, then essentially growing up alone with a reclusive sister. Throughout it all, she's remained loyal and loving. Props to her. If our siblings pulled that kind of nonsense, there would have been an endless amount of teasing well into old age. Thankfully, the royalty of Arendelle is made of sterner, more mature stuff than we are. In fact, it looks like that's something passed down through the generations. At the beginning of the full trailer, we get a glimpse of Queen Iduna, Anna and Elsa's mom. She watches on as her husband, King Agnar, tells his daughters the tale of the enchanted forest, pulling her purple cloak around her. We've seen Elsa wearing a similar purple cloak during her coronation, and now it looks like it's been handed down to Anna. As the sisters venture out on their quest, she wears it on her shoulders. Could this be a nod to the significant family bond that plays a part in the franchise? We know that Evan Rachel Wood stars as Queen Iduna, so is this a visual clue that there's more to come from the character? You can't have a decent teaser trailer for Frozen 2 without throwing in some of the ice magic we've come to hold so dear. Kids love it, and frankly, it's a major selling point. The entire franchise would be nothing if it wasn't for Elsa's witchery, so if you've got it, flaunt it. In one shot, we see our queen leaping from ice block to ice block, wearing what looks like a jumpsuit with a cape. It's very fitted to her body, making her look almost fairy-like. She's streamlined and lithe, like a sprite running through the woodland that you can't catch. A lot of fans have speculated that we will learn the origins of Elsa's ice magic in this feature. One of the few lines of dialogue we hear from the forest people is, "Where did you learn magic?"
Where did you learn magic?
This heavily implies that they're no stranger to the arts, and may even be the originators of it. This outfit could pay homage to Elsa's roots and signify that she's built for sorcery. It's in her very DNA. We already know she was born for it. She looks so natural and at ease with herself, especially since her hair seems to be out of its trademark plait and flowing free around her shoulders. On a side note, it seems to be the same outfit that she's wearing when she tries to find her way across the waves in the first trailer that was released. We have so many questions when it comes to this movie that it's hard to know where to begin. One of the biggest ones is, what exactly does the Enchanted Forest have to do with everything? Is it Elsa and Anna's birthplace? Is it keeping something in? Keeping something out? What do people do there? Thankfully, we won't have to wait too much longer to be put out of our misery. But for a while, it was excruciating, especially when we didn't have that final trailer. Now that we do, we've had a look at the forest people for the first time, and it looks like they've got some sort of army. We hear them say that Arendelle must be protected at all costs, and some of them are wearing a military-esque uniform. It might be a simple thing, but that tells us an awful lot about them as a society. For a start, they're not just this lawless cave-dwelling people. They live by law, have a purpose, and are intent on serving. It also alludes to some form of hierarchy. Every army or society is governed by someone or something. So who leads the forest people? When can we expect to meet them? They're also carrying shields and seem super concerned about anyone that comes into the mist. What's that all about? You don't just casually carry around a shield unless you're trying to protect yourself from something or someone. One of the best parts about Frozen was watching Anna and Kristoff realize they were head over heels for each other. Anyone is better than that evil Prince Hans, but Kristoff really takes the cake. He's sweet, dependable, loves Anna more than anything else, and also you'll never run out of ice. What more could you want? We know that their relationship has moved on thanks to the Frozen short. I love you, baby. Thanks to the final teasers, we now know it's on a whole new level. Fans have been wondering if they're going to tie the knot, or if they already have. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but it looks like all has been revealed. As Anna asks Kristoff if Elsa seems weird, he's in the background wearing what looks like a super comfy bathrobe. That might just be the confirmation we all needed, that these two have entered wedded bliss. The scene is also candlelit, and let's face it, Disney might be progressing, but they're not that modern. Anna and Kristoff probably are officially hitched, so we may see them taking this incredible journey together as husband and wife. There are worse honeymoons to have. Some people don't even make it to the next town over, let alone a magically enchanted forest full of interesting secrets. You can't book that at your local travel agent. And there you have it. Which one is your favorite? Sound off in the comments. We love to hear from you. Before you go, don't leave us out in the cold. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Until next time, thanks for watching.